and he announced that the men and women of the 24th Mechanized Infantry Division from Fort Stewart, Georgia, will be among the first to leave sometime tonight and head back to the United States. Live in Washington, I'm Skip Loescher.
Skip is an incredible person, somebody who I definitely have learned from in so many ways. He is classy, he is hardworking.
Shh, don't tell Jamie I'm down here. He'll want me to work. Where is he? Am I safe?
I've never, ever worked with anybody that could take an extremely complex story and Skip can write a script in 15 minutes and just boil down something incredibly complex into a short, tight script.
You know, so here we are, and we hear about William Rehnquist, and I'm thinking, what a great Skip Loescher story. I mean, Skip's done all these stories for us over the years about the Supreme Court, about Congress. I mean, he's the consummate Washington insider. I don't care what they say about Karl Rove.
Our work as a court of impeachment is now done.
It's over. It's finally over. And the president will remain president. Since 110 people were killed when a value jet crashed into the Florida Everglades May 11th, it was revealed that FAA inspectors had concluded that safety at the low-fare airline was not up to snuff. The princes looked sad at times, but they smiled too at times, bolstered, no doubt, by the first-hand knowledge that their grief is shared by millions.
I persuaded Skip, a gifted, statewide honored reporter from Minnesota, to come out to work with me in the Senate as my public relations officer. And that's what he thought he was going to do. But he no more than arrived, and suddenly Carter started looking around for vice president. You know the rest. He went to the convention with me in New York, where I was nominated. He went through the campaign with me.
There seems little doubt that a Mondale win is in the bag, but even Mondale's campaign officials admit he won't run away with it, as he did in Iowa. When you think of New Hampshire, you probably think about peaceful rural scenes like this one. But scenes can be deceiving. We're standing right in the middle of a busy city motel courtyard.
I think a lot of things about Skip is that everyone thinks of him as a journalist, but he's really an icon. I mean, I've traveled a lot for news sources, and like every little town or big city, people always ask me, do you know Loescher?
I've heard of a newsman called Skip. I've heard of Skippy, but he changed his name to Aaron.
Guess what?
What?
What? Little surprise this morning for you. Guess who's here? Guess who's here in our studio?
I have no clue.
Say hi. Hey, Skip.
Oh, my. Now, how did you guys do that? Hi, Les, how are you?
Well, I'm fine. I had a hard time getting here in the fog, but I guess you had to saddle up the dog to get to work today, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, I used to like the dog sled anyway, so this works out beautifully.
That's great.
How did you guys find her?
Little company secret.
We are investigative journalists here in Sacramento, Skip.
Yeah, you certainly are.
He's so respected around the country. It's amazing. Young people fresh out of college ask me about him.
I was excited. I mean, that's the bottom line. I went that night and sent an email off to all my college friends. Guess what? I met Skip Loescher and I'm working with him. And it's kind of an exciting feeling because Skip's been doing this longer than I've been alive, which just blows my mind.
Well, the thing that I found most hilarious about Skip as I started to get to know him was a little piece of trivia that nobody, well, we know it because we work with him, is that he smokes Capri cigarettes. Who ever thought that Skip would smoke Capris? It's pretty funny. Knowing him and knowing how he comes off on camera, you just would never picture him lighting up one of those, so I thought that was kind of cute.
You know, a lot of people call Reagan the Teflon president. Well, I think Skip is the Teflon journalist. Every day, no matter how bad the day goes, no matter how bad everything is hitting the fan, Skip's always laughing. He's always cool. He's always like, go, no, we'll take it. No problems, no worries. We can do it. Guy can handle any situation, anytime, anywhere. Just run upstairs. Okay, do this, knock it out. Okay, we can knock it out package. They are not getting more practice today. As a matter of fact, Judy, they're kind of taking the day off. Kerry will do a little bit of practicing, but we're told not very much, and the president won't do any at all. Just a consummate journalist and one of the easiest people I've ever worked with.
Skip, you are probably the Iron Man of the news business, and I don't know anybody even within News Source, who could make that claim quite in the same way that you could. You know, when we opened up the News Source Bureau in D.C. At 500 North Cap, we hit the ground running. 500 hours, probably more than that, of doing live shots with the first Gulf War. And we just really never looked back from that. Putting in the hours, I never knew you to be somebody who was not professional from the very beginning to the very end. It amazes me how you were able to do it over all those years, but you did.
I was lucky enough, the very first large project I did was with Skip. We did the Bush Senior Library, and it was really busy. He came into the truck, told me, just tell me what I need to know, and I just gave him a bunch of facts. He took the microphone without writing anything down, and he just did a script update. No paper, no nothing. And it was then I knew that I was dealing with a real professional.
I'll never forget how welcome you made me feel when I joined WCCO as a nervous rookie reporter. You and the other veteran reporters welcomed me aboard and somehow convinced me that that bouquet of flowers on my desk was actually from our crusty old news director. And by the time I got home with those beautiful flowers to show them to my new bride, the card had been changed and signed by reporter Susan Peterson, who thanked me for a really hot night. My wife and I have been married for 35 years, Skip, and she's still not over it.
Hey, Skip, we are thrilled to be able to do this tape. Everybody, we have so many people in this room. That's why I'm in this gigantic room here that wanted to say goodbye to you, because, you know, you have a lot of friends here, and we wanted everybody to turn out. So we got this huge room. Orlando, go ahead and pull back and show them everybody that's here. Is this something else? Oh, they're in HD TV, and you probably don't have a receiver, so you can't get all of them.
My favorite Skip Lozier story was when I was in Washington about the same time last year, filling in, doing the fabulous morning shift. And I had come downstairs, and I saw Skip smoking his cigarettes, and he asked me if I was okay. And I started to cry, and I said, oh, this week has been so tough filling in, because Washington News can certainly be definitely a challenge. And he said to me, you know, what we do is hard. People just that are good make it look easy. And you certainly made it look very easy.
One of the convention trips we had made early on, we were one of the Dallas trips, I believe it was, I know it was Texas. We were diverted, and we did not get back on time, and we did not get to go back into the airport we'd intended to fly into. So we ended up in Baltimore, late at night, raining and miserable, and the two of us found a way to get back into Washington. This was so long ago that there were no cell phones, there were no Blackberries, so there's no way to let our spouses know, and both of our spouses were waiting for us at National Airport. And I didn't know Bev, and he didn't know Dan. When we arrived in Washington, it was easier to get to his house to call my husband to come pick me up. And it was after midnight on a miserable night, and the door opens up, and there's Beverly, and she takes one look at this strange woman that he's bringing in at midnight and says, would you like a beer? And I thought, this lady's going to be a friend for life. So we did get to be friends. She worked with me for the last 20 years, and that kept me involved in Skip's life and his family's life.
I recall the first time talking at length to Lozier was in November of 1979, and I had just quit as managing editor of the Minneapolis Star, and you graciously agreed to hire me at WCCO. And there was a little story in the paper, and I got a call from Lozier. And I said, Dave Nerman, he said, hi, it's Skip Lozier. He said, congratulations on coming over here. And I said, well, thank you very much, Skip. I'm really looking forward to this.
Do that voice again now.
Well, congratulations. And then he said, do you have the faintest idea what the hell you're doing? And I paused for a minute, and I thought, this is a time for candor. I said, look, Skip, I'm desperate. And the Hamburg's the only guy who offered. And then he chuckled. And I said, besides that, I said, I got the money that Boris is making. And you could hear the guffaws on the other side of the line.
WCCO Television News, the Northwest Communications Center. This is The Scene Tonight, in color with Dave Moore, Bud Kraling, Hal Scott, and Skip Lozier with Action News.
Good evening, everyone. We rehearsed that show and planned that show and talked about that show for over a year. None of us had any idea, I don't think, whether it would work or not. It was probably one of the most exciting times I've ever spent. I mean, it was a fun group to work with. Watching Dave was like watching the premier old pro of the business. I probably learned more about being on the air from Dave Moore than anybody else I've ever met. Kraling was terrific. George Rice was good. Hal Scott was there. It was a nice group. We liked each other. We respected each other professionally. We got along on and off the air, and I think it showed.
Skip, I think, taught me a lot of things, but one of the things he taught me was how to run my own show. When we first worked together, I was working as a photographer and producer, and shortly thereafter I ended up, for some reason, I don't know why the company was so foolish to do this, but they made me the bureau chief for their Washington, D.C. bureau. It was my first management job, and there's a lot of stress involved. And while Skip never actually taught me anything, he taught me a lot by example. And by watching him, I really learned how I could still remain some kind of level of being true to my own beliefs, run an operation for a company, and go home at the end of the day and feel good about myself. And I don't think Skip knew that he was teaching me that, but just by working with him, being in the same place every day and watching him work, I really learned a lot about how to maintain that level of confidence, integrity that you really need when you're working as a manager for a larger company.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time war, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time war again. Let's do the time war again.
It's a jump to your left.
With your hands on your hips.
Keep going, mister.
Oh, yeah.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory.
Skip, well, I'm not going to say we're going to miss you because you'll be back from time to time, I know. It is hard to think of News Source without you. You helped us establish it. I think when you joined, there must have been about 205 affiliates that were thorns in our sides, and every one of them wanted a custom tag from you, I know. And now we're in the 800 mode, and a lot of that is because of your hard work. And you were a pleasure to work with. You're a great friend. We're so excited for you to be able to do some of the things you want to do. And you don't have to climb on airplanes anymore. How great is that? Thank you, my friend, and we wish you all the best, and we'll see you soon.
Skip, it's been great working with you. My first memory is coming in to see the big Skip Lozier when I first came to CNN, because of course we used you every day in our newscast in the big city of Fayetteville, Arkansas. And working with you on the Dr. Death story, Mr. Kevorkian, and how kind you were to me and how kind you've been to me all these years and all that you've taught me. I really appreciate it and hope that you have a wonderful retirement, and thank you for just everything you've done for me through the years. Thanks, Skip. Good luck.
We'll miss having you around, but I know that you have better things to do with your time now, and enjoy it because, believe it or not, even at my age, I'm looking forward to retirement if that day ever comes. So take care and be good and stay in touch. Let us know what you're doing. Who knows, maybe someday we'll bring you in for a guest shot. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Skip, it's me, Angel. I'm gonna miss you so much. I remember the very first time that I met you, and I didn't realize that you were who you were because you came up from behind and you just hugged me, and I remember feeling like a big teddy bear had just hugged me. I love you so very much, and I'm very excited that you get to help rescue dogs and spend time with your family. You're gonna be missed. You are loved, and you made this place. We appreciate you and enjoy it. Know that it'll never be the same. Bye.
Skip, wow, it's been an amazing 4 months getting to know you, and while we'll all miss you terribly here, we're so much happier the fact that you'll be able to spend more time with the family and those wonderful animals. And you know how much of a dog lover I am. I have that whole collection in my back office of doggy pictures, so feel free to send me a picture or two here and there to add to my collection.
I'm gonna miss not being able to stop by the News Source office and sneak in the back door and say hi to you and see how things are going and tell you and vent about how things are going with me. That was something I always liked when I was at News Source and after I left. It was great being able to go around the corner in the back and say hi to you and get your opinion on things. You're a really good listener and had great advice, so thank you.
What do you say to someone that you love working with? Someone who's very professional, but more importantly is your friend. I mean, he's taught me so much. And, you know, I'm gonna miss seeing him every day and talking to him about, you know, the weather or, you know, our dogs, or just seeing him out there down in front of the building, just relaxing on his, you know, on his break. You know, he's a great guy. Skip, I'm gonna miss you, wish you the best, and give me an update on the dogs from time to time. Good luck.
Skip, I know a lot of people are going to say this when they give their remarks to you, but I just want to tell you that it was an absolute joy to work with you. I look forward to it even at 1:32 a.m. in the morning, coming in knowing that you were going to be the reporter I was going to be working with for that day. I thank you for all of the wisdom that you have passed on to me and for making me a better producer. And I really hope that you and your wife enjoy your retirement years together, and I think it's fantastic that you're taking this time to do that and spending more time with your family. And News Source is going to miss you.
Skip, I'd just like to say thank you so much for everything you've taught me and for giving me the chance to work with you here in this office for the last couple of years and at News Source for the last 3 years. You've taught me more than you'll ever know about the business and also about integrity and honor and just what it means to be a good person. I will always value the time I spent working with you, and I certainly hope you enjoy your retirement. You've more than earned it. As much as we're going to miss you here, I know you're going to have a great time with your family and your kids and your grandkids and your dogs, and just wish you all the best. And thank you so much for everything you've done for me, and enjoy your life.
Well, Skip, I just want to say thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you how much you helped me, whether you realize it or not, in those early days and weeks and months when I first came to Washington and first came to CNN and first started with News Source. It was really overwhelming, but you really helped me feel more comfortable there, and I will always remember that. I know other people feel the same way, and what makes it so special is the fact that I know you would have done that for anybody. So I just want to say you are going to be missed more than you realize, and thank you so much.
Skip, I've been here nearly 10 years, and truly the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me in my tenure here at CNN. I just want to say it was a pleasure to get to know you and work with you. Truly a legend, and you've earned it. I hope you have a wonderful retirement on the coast up there, and all the best to you and your family. Take care. Bye.
Hi, Skip. Congratulations on your retirement. You will definitely be missed here in Atlanta. Bye.
Hey, Skip. Congratulations. We're really going to miss you a lot. I remember the first time I met you. I think it was in Philadelphia at the convention, and you're outside smoking your Capri cigarettes, and I remember thinking just what a amazing guy this is. I've just worked all through CNN, remembering seeing him everywhere. So it was just a privilege to meet you, and I'm sorry I never really got to specifically produce for you because I've always heard it's been such an easy task, and I've always been a little jealous. because of the reporters I've been stuck with. But anyway, congratulations. We're really going to miss you, and good luck. See ya.
I did want to be here this way with you to thank Skip Loescher and Bev for all they've meant to us, all they've meant to their viewers and listeners over the years, what they've meant to journalism and what they've meant to our country. You're wonderful people. Thank you.
Skip, I want to thank you for being such a great friend, and also to Bev for both of you being such great friends to me over the years. In particular, I have a fondness in my heart for all the support and great friendship that you showed when I was going through a rough patch in my life. And I think I will always remember that time with a great deal of fondness towards you and Bev. And I just want to say to you that I hope that now that you're leaving the day-to-day existence, that you do some of the things that you really want to do, and that you don't work for the man, you work for Skip. So have a great time, enjoy retirement, and I hope I'll see you soon.
So this is it, Skip. You finally decided to get out of the business and take some time out for yourself and for Bev and for that small army of grandchildren that you have. I wish you all the best, and I want you to keep me informed as to how it's going on Retirement Row. It won't be that many years before the Bipper joins the Skipper.
Thanks, Skip. It's been a joy working with you. Look forward to knowing about your future endeavors and hopefully making you proud in the future with all that you've taught us. Thanks.
Skip, you'll be missed. I mean, you've had so much just in my short time at News Source and everything in the 1 year that I've been here. I mean, it's been an honor to work with you, and it's always been a good time, and appreciate your jokes, your smiles, your great writing. Always made it easy to edit, and you'll just be missed.
Good luck. Glad to see you made it through and retired and got all those years in. I don't know if things look so good for me to make it as far as you did, but I hope I can. Hope to see you when I'm up there sometime. Keep watching the racing and take care.
Skip, congratulations. Of course, you know we're all going to miss you. On a personal level, I want to thank you for making my life in the morning much easier than it possibly could have been. And also, despite my lack of vocal inflection, I want you to know I am crying on the inside.
Te iba a decir unas cuantas cosas, pero de todo... No, just kidding. In English. That's a difficult one for me, anyway. Anyway, Skip, I always said that you are one of the finest reporters I ever worked with. You are really professional. You are at the top of the game. I have a lot of fun working with you. I learn a lot from you. Thank you a lot, and best wishes for you and your family. And you will never be forget. Thank you a lot, and God bless you, brother. Take care. Bye.
About Skip leaving is that he'll get to spend some time with his family. He'll get to enjoy that beach house. And don't worry, Skip, we found someone with the gravitas to replace you on the Big DC stories. Enjoy. Thanks.
Mr. Loescher, Eric Phillips here. I could not miss out on this opportunity, sir, to pay tribute to somebody such as yourself. When I heard that you were retiring, I wasn't exactly surprised, but I just wanted to let you know that I have a lot of professional respect for you. I remember the first time we had an opportunity to meet. I had just gotten hired in May of 2000, and you were in Atlanta for some reason, and you came by the office, and you probably didn't know it, but when you left out, I was thinking, man, that was Skip Loescher. I'm like one of his colleagues. I don't have to call him Mr. Loescher. I can call him like Skip. You know, it was just kind of, it was a big deal for me because I've seen you so much over the years, and you're really an icon in this business, well respected in this company. I just wanted to say the best to you and to your wife and your entire family as you enjoy your retirement. You leave with the respect and the admiration of all of your colleagues here at News Source and at CNN, and wanted to wish you the very best. Take care, and we'll see you later.
Just wanted to say, Skip, we miss you at 2 in the morning, and I guess we'll miss you in the future at 2 in the morning. You can always think of us when you're retired. If you ever wake up, walk the dogs, you can always think that we'll still be here working 2 in the morning, trying to get a piece together. But I personally wanted to thank you for all the patience that you showed me and all the knowledge that you've sort of passed on. I can remember many times putting a story together with you and avoiding many pitfalls in rephrasing things and whatnot, but I think you know what I'm talking about, especially with Iraq Latest. But once again, I hope you have a great time and enjoy your retirement.
Skip, I've definitely learned a lot from you. And my wish for you is that you have time now to do all the things that you've wanted to do. And you're not so much married to news anymore. So I wish you time and love and enjoy.
We just want to wish you the best of everything as you and your Prairie Home companion, Bev, retire to Lake Wobegon or wherever it is that people from Minnesota go. You're going to be missed, and I mean that insincerely, which of course is television for sincerely. Truthfully, you are going to be missed. You're the consummate professional. You're always somebody who was willing to work harder than it took to do an excellent job, and you did it without complaining, which, by the way, makes me question your mental state. But we hope you enjoy your new life. You're going to a place, I understand it, where there are not big mosquitoes, and you are going to be missed. And perhaps you can stand out there and ponder the live shot that you always wanted to deliver. When Heather of some station somewhere would say, well, now for a report from Washington on what it all means, we go to Skip Loescher. And the question would be, Skip, what does it all mean? Not a damn thing, Heather.
Even though I'll miss him professionally, I intend to spend a lot of time visiting out on the bay with that beautiful new home of theirs, and I really intend to keep them in my lives, both Skip and Bev.
In all those years that we worked together, you were nothing less than professional every moment of the way. Whether you were out reporting at the legislature in Washington, wherever you were, whatever you were doing, you did it with class and with professionalism. And as now a retired news guy, long retired news guy, I just want to say thanks.
Skip, I'd like to add that Ron and I are kind of staying together just so we can have an old geezers club. And I really appreciate all the advice I got, all of the counsel I got all over the years, and the kind of example you set for all of us. You were always a class act. And the other thing is, you always knew what you were talking about. That, in this day and age, is priceless. Thanks.
Thanks, Skip.
You know, Skip, I think it's probably all been said to you over the course of this tape, and of course, individually, but I just had to tell you that it's been an honor working with you. It was an honor working with you every day of our 10 years. I don't know anybody who was more professional than you, or cared more about what was going on, cared about the affiliates quite in the same way that you did. I learned so much from you, and it's something that I will just carry with me for the rest of my life. The only regret that I have is that I will not be able to produce for you anymore or work with you in quite the same way that we did for NewsSource. But I think 10 years is a pretty darn good run, and I will always be appreciative of that a lot. We did have some tough times, as you well know, but many more good times. I wouldn't trade any of them, frankly, at this point. I think that it was just an experience that very few people really will ever be able to have a chance to have. And you're the best. Thank you much, and good luck to you.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't just thank me. Thank the ones around you. Thank the ones that couldn't be here today. Those are the ones that deserve the thanks the most for participating in this video in whatever way, shape, or form. What I want to say to you is thank you. Thank you for being a mentor. And thank you for being my friend. You and Bev will be embarking upon retirement together. You have a lot of plans, a lot of dreams that will now start to come true. And you won't be held up by a pager and a cell phone, either one of you. Enjoy retirement. We'll see you soon.
Weep not for the memory.
Cut! Skip Loescher, CNN, Washington.